What'll actually take a man's life is the fear versus actually being diagnosed with prostate cancer. I am alive because my doctor was very persistent at booking the appointments I needed to so he could monitor my PSA. My first visit with Dr. Slovick was us meeting, him coaching me on what the whole appointment was for, which was for my PSA. So he brought a lot of attention to what the PSA could be and how he was gonna monitor it. Great, that was my first visit. He said, we're gonna see what happens in another 3 months. Went back 3 months later, I was elevated. At that point, he suggested the MRI scan. Meant nothing to me. Although he drew it out in detail, he drew everything out in detail, I knew completely what was about to happen. So at that point, left the office and made an appointment for the biopsy with the MRI scan. Went back a week and a half later, and that is when he said, you know what? The MRI scan found what it was I couldn't find in the biopsy. And the reason that it found it was because the area that your tumors are in are not typically areas that are biopsied. We needed to see that in the MRI were exactly I needed to go. I mean, it was positive and I had cancer. I believe that I'm alive because of Dr. Slovick, who took the initiative to push me forward even though he knew that it was something that was difficult for me. I've walked into conversations and actually been approached by strangers that have actually asked me what the whole gig is on the PSA. If you can continue to see your doctor and have your PSA checked, I think it's a blood test and it costs dollars. If you do get early checked, the PSA can actually become, that whole prostate cancer can become alleviated. I think we as men need to put away our masculinity and we need to put away our fears, because yes, it is scary. What isn't scary about it? Of course it's scary. The more you learn about the PSA, the more you build a relationship with your doctor, the less scary it is, the more knowledge you have.